Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. I'm here today to give you an update on Bitcoin. Not only are we doing a Bitcoin update, we are going to be running through all of the previous months of September and how Bitcoin and the crypto market has reacted to, say, the Bitcoin halving and just general price action throughout the whole of September. So we're going to be going through all of that, some very interesting data that I do want to showcase to you guys today, because there's some very, very important stuff that we need to be going through to give us sort of an ideal prediction here for Bitcoin over the coming months or so. I know it's been a little while since I've done an update here, but on Bitcoin specifically, so we've got a lot of meat to cover here in this lovely video. Drop a little like if you could, helps out the channel, and also leave your comments in the comment section. Good stuff. Okay, before we get through into this video, if you guys want to go check out PrimeXBTC, they are sponsoring this video. They do have many bonuses, and also one bonus that is specific to the community, specific to the viewers of this video. It is essentially you deposit and you get 7% on anything you deposit as a trading bonus. 7%. Okay, so you can deposit, say, I don't know, 50 grand and get 7% on that 50 grand, and you can use that as a trading voucher essentially. So super bullish, basically free money, free opportunity to make more money. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into Bitcoin and the months of September, because some very interesting points to cover here. As you can see, we've got let me go into a little bit of an explanation here before we kick this off. You can see all of these blue lines that we've got coming through from here. These are the Bitcoin halvings. Okay, these are the halving dates, and essentially every time that Bitcoin has completed this event. Now, what is interesting to me is the months of September throughout the years between the halvings, as we know it is usually, well, it's 4 years. You can see the months of September, there is actually a correlation. Okay, usually we see either quite a nice dump to the downside, as you can see, ending the month here on a negative here, or we see just pretty much some general sideways action. There's not really that much bullish action happening in these months. Okay, so this is why it's super interesting, guys, because you can see here a massive dump to the downside. September again, massive dump. September again, massive dump. September again here, guys. And you can go check all this data. This is live. Just go to Bitcoin /USDT, USD, and then it's on the index here. Sideways month for September here. This is all the way back in 2015 here. Massive dump for September again. But now, the correlative point that I'm really looking for here, a little bit of a pump on this one back in 2012, but this is when Bitcoin was $12, right? So the data there is, you know, you make up your own mind. But what I'm talking about here and why I'm doing this video today, guys, is the correlation that I have found between the September months after the halving. Okay, and this is why it's super interesting, very valid information right now. So usually September is technically either a sideways or a bearish month. Okay, so right now, what have we seen for September? Ever since the start, we have seen a bit of a dump to the downside. The low currently sat at around 52.7, but from there we have seen a nice bit of a pump to the upside. Do you think we're going to the goddamn moon? It's hard to say right now, but what are we going to do? We're going to look at the previous data from the previous halvings. Okay, so let's have a little look here, because these are the really important ones that I wanted to refer to. You can see here we started this September on a low of 9,000. We saw a high of 11,000, and we actually had a positive month here after the Bitcoin halving. Okay, and then after that, it's a moonshot. All right, so that is obviously this is back in 2020. Now, if we scroll back even further, then you can see here that we did actually see after the Bitcoin halving here back in July. You can see 5th of September, starting through from here, we actually saw a low coming through. And then we actually ended Bitcoin pretty much on a high, I do think there. Oh no, we did have a high coming through around $634, and then we ended it on the $615. But that's not the real point that I'm making. It's the explosion in the price after this factor, okay, after this sideways or bullish month that we usually have after the halving. And you can see the correlative data that we've got here, massive move to the upside after the halving. After that sideways, that bullish September, sideways September, massive move to the upside. Now, what do you know? Let's go all the way back here to 2012. The halving after 2012, you can see the first September after that halving, it was a bullish September, I do believe. Yeah, we saw the open down here, and we saw the close up here. And after that, what do you know? absolutely massive explosions to the upside yet again. So in terms of referencing September as a month here and using the data that we've got displayed in front of us, it tells us that the the years in between the halvings, right, tend to not be very good, okay, in terms of bullish momentum here and price action for Bitcoin. But after the halving, September usually, and it happens pretty much every time, behaves fairly decently, not crazy bullish, not crazy bearish, but it basically creates the foundation for a massive move to the upside, okay? And that's essentially why I'm talking about it today, is because we're currently sat in this one macro bullish market structure here, with the most recent high or low here on the macro down at around 38,600. So we're still super bullish here, still looking good overall. We're just shy of the all-time high around 74, coming down to around 57 after seeing such a magnificent pump to the upside. It's only natural that we have a pullback. Still in a massive bull market though, guys. Please do not lose hope here. But one thing I do want to cover quickly is, yes, September is likely to be either a little bit sideways here, maybe even a nice horrible wick down, or we see us end around 59k. Now, wherever we end in September, it's pretty much set in stone here. I mean, the data speaks for itself. After September, bang, massive run, okay? Let's go back to the other one as well. After September, bang, massive run. It just begins from there, okay? So we need to really be taking this into consideration here for our current DCAing strategies and altcoins in Bitcoin, our trading portfolio status and what we're buying and what we're holding right now. Because if this is going to happen again in the next sort of 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks or so, then it's very likely that Bitcoin, altcoins, the crypto market in general is going to see a massive bullish wave to the upside. I'm super bullish on crypto right now. I think this is really good data. It's not the only data we've got. So let's go over to the stock and flow model, okay? This is a model, basically, it tells you days until the next halving. You can see the halving lines here in the middle, and you can see the color scheme that we've got here when we're actually in say orange, for example, which we're just in now. You can see after the halving we have sideways action until we see orange, and then we see a massive move to the upside. And this is the price of Bitcoin, right? So what are we seeing now? We're basically seeing orange, massive move to the upside. Orange, a little bit of a pullback here, but then a massive move to the upside again back in when September happened, which was around this area here, right? Okay, so right now the data is screaming at us saying we're about to have a massive bullish move. The prediction for this bullish move using the stock and flow model here, if we're using this 365-day MA on this stock and flow model, it's this little brown moving average you can see here on the chart. You can see every single bull market, every single price target after the halving was hit, right? Why is that important? Because the new price target is actually all the way up around $434,000 per coin. That is a very big bullish move for Bitcoin and for crypto in general. And the question probably is like, oh, do you think we can get there? Is it very likely? I mean, it's not completely out of the question, and the reasoning for this is, guys, is because if you think in terms of like the worldwide adoption for Bitcoin just in general, back then, in all these previous bull markets, there was no ETFs in America. We didn't have that sort of worldwide adoption that we have seen in this current cycle, okay? So it's very likely that Bitcoin will explode way past 100K, probably past 200K in this run. And we're going to see big dogs like, say, BlackRock just continually accumulating supply. So if you guys didn't know, BlackRock actually now own 342,000 Bitcoin, which is now valued at $22 billion, right? At the price of obviously $65,000, so a little bit less than that now. But still, one of the biggest institutions in the world buying up Bitcoin on this level is just absolutely ridiculous. And it basically just shows that this thing is going to gig ascend when it goes, right? So what we're doing now is we're positioning ourselves perfectly for this move. Okay, and the move that I'm predicting here and that I think that is going to happen, it's going to be the end of September towards the start of towards the start of October, we will start to see that bullish momentum recover. Now, this is going to be violent, guys. It's going to be very, very violent. It's not just going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be all of the altcoins. We're going to, well, not every single one, but a lot of altcoins, top 50, top 100, top 150. We're going to see some insane influx of fresh capital, fresh eyes. We're going to have so much PR for crypto across the world here. It's going to be unbelievable. And if you're not buying now, you're going to be losing out on a lot of money regarding investments. Okay. So obviously not financial advice, go do your own research, but let's be realistic. Let's talk about the negatives. The negatives and the thing that could essentially hold us back, which in my opinion, it probably will see some price action and some fluctuation, of course, but the thing that I am talking about is, of course, the US election. Now, the US election has the power to not destroy crypto, but it has the power to sort of put the brakes on a bit coming into this bull market. Well, obviously we're in a bull market, but this new wave to the upside, this new alt season, if you will. So the only way that that could really happen is if obviously Trump doesn't get elected, and yeah, if he doesn't get elected, then it's going to be it's going to be very bearish for crypto, because a lot of people are hoping that he is. But I don't think this is enough to really hold back what is about to happen for crypto. Just looking at all the data, looking at all the previous halvings, and looking how this asset behaves and what is due to happen. It's overdue right now. The amount of influx of ETF capital that's come into the crypto market, Ethereum ETFs have passed. There's so many bullish factors that suggest that Bitcoin is heavily underpriced right now, and that's why I do think that not the worst case scenario, but a scenario that we can be looking out for here is, of course, a massive run to all-time highs here for Bitcoin, and obviously some other altcoins as well, coming in towards the election period, which is obviously in mid-November there. And once that decision has been made, if it isn't Trump, then we will see a pullback, only naturally. It's probably not that heavy, but we will see a pullback. It's not going to quite be a black swan event, but then after that, I do think we will have continuation and a bit of a trickle to the upside. And that's when we will see those higher prices here for Bitcoin, for crypto in general. Okay, but yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this video. I know I took it a bit too long today, but I hope you're all doing well. And it's been a while since we caught up, but if you want to join the community, you can. The links are all in the description. And if you want to trade on an exchange, go to PrimeXBTC and get a load of these rewards, guys. There's loads to get involved with. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Drop a little like, drop a little comment. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.